Hey friends, welcome back to the Chris Chow Show, where I talk about personal finance, investing, and saving money. Today we have a very exciting topic to talk about, and that is superannuation. Yay! Said no one ever. Look, I get it. For most people, superannuation is boring, and because it's for your retirement, you can just put it off for the future and worry about it later. Well, unfortunately, that kind of thinking can cost you thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, in your retirement. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the basics of superannuation, including what is super, the different types of super funds, how you can contribute to your super, how to choose a super fund, and when you can access your super. But before we get started, make sure you contribute to the Chris Chow Super Fund by smashing the like button. This will help me out tremendously and let the YouTube algorithm know that this was a AAA video. So what is superannuation? Superannuation is money that is set aside while you're working for your retirement. In other countries, it's called pension schemes or retirement plans. In Australia, super is compulsory, and under federal law, employees have to contribute the minimum amount to their workers. This minimum is known as the super guarantee. At the time of filming this video, in January 2021, the super guarantee is 9.5% of pre-tax pay. You're entitled to super even if you work part-time or casually. Although the super guarantee is legislated to increase to 10% from the 1st of July 2021, due to the pandemic, there is considerable lobbying within the government to delay this increase. Super accounts are managed by super funds and they accumulate over time. There are 5 types of super funds, including industry, retail, corporate, public sector, and self-managed super funds. I won't go into too much detail about each fund, but I'll give you a quick overview of what they are. Industry super funds were originally created to provide retirement savings for workers in specific industries such as retail or construction, but now most of them are open to the public and anyone can join. Some examples of industry super funds include Cbus, Rest, and Australian Super. Retail super funds are usually run by banks or financial companies such as ING or Suncorp and are open to anyone. I'll be doing a comparison video between industry and retail super funds, so make sure you subscribe to this channel. Public sector super funds are for government employees. For example, there's State Super, which is for New South Wales salaried public servants. A corporate fund is arranged by an employer solely for their employees. Some large companies operate a corporate fund under a board of trustees who they appoint. Other corporate funds are operated by a retail industry fund but are only available to those employees. A self-managed super fund is a private super fund that, as the name implies, you manage yourself. You're responsible for allocating the investments and adhering to all tax and super laws. As of March 2020, there were nearly 600,000 self-managed super funds in Australia with a combined total of 1.119 million members.
Wait, what is this MySuper thing then?
MySuper is a type of account with a super fund. It was created as part of the Stronger Super reforms in 2012. It's the default account that your employer will put your super into, unless you nominate a different option. MySuper accounts typically offer lower fees, simple features, so you don't pay for services you don't need, and either a single diversified or a life cycle option. A single diversified fund means that the fund offers a mix of investments that will stay the same over time, while a life cycle fund moves your money from growth investments when you're young to more conservative options when you get older. Fun fact, did you know that as of September 2020, Australians had $2.9 trillion invested in super? That's 290,000,000,000,000. Most people can choose the super fund that they want their contributions to be paid in. If you are eligible, your employer will give you a form within 28 days of you starting your job. If you don't nominate a super fund, your employer will do it for you and they'll use their default fund. When you're deciding on a super fund, some important factors to consider include fees, investment options, performance, insurance, and services. With fees, you generally want that as low as possible, although some people argue that increased fees also translates into increased services. Investment options can vary greatly between super funds. Some people like having more options, while other people only want to pick one or two. Make sure you compare your fund's performance with others. But as always, remember, past performance is no guarantee of future results. Most super funds also offer insurance, including life insurance, income protection insurance, and total and permanent disability insurance. Generally speaking, this insurance is cheaper than buying it outright, so potentially that's something you want to consider when you're picking your super fund. And lastly, services. Some super funds offer financial services, but that will translate into a higher account fee. A very common question about super is, how much super do I actually need for my retirement? The Association of Super Funds of Australia estimates that if you own your house outright and you're single, you would need a retirement savings of $545,000 for a comfortable retirement, while couples will need a combined savings of $640,000.
Wait, what do you mean by comfortable retirement?
Well, according to ASFA, a comfortable retirement means that retirees can have one annual holiday in Australia, they can regularly eat out at restaurants, they can own a reasonable car, they can buy good clothes, and they can have a range of electronic equipment. So how much you really need will depend on whether or not you think this is a comfortable lifestyle. Apart from your employer's 9.5% contribution, you can also add extra. This can be done either pre-tax or post-tax. In both cases, there is a limit to how much you can contribute in a financial year. Pre-tax contributions can be done through salary sacrificing. This means that your employer will pay part of your pre-tax pay into your super account. These payments are known as concessional contributions and they are taxed at 15%. The combined total of your employer and your salary sacrifice contribution must not be more than $25,000 per financial year. So if your employer is paying $15,000 into your super fund, then the max you can add pre-tax is $10,000. Post-tax contributions are called non-concessional. That's because you've already paid tax on them. You can make up to $100,000 in non-concessional contributions each financial year. Another way to grow your super is to consolidate multiple accounts into one. In 2019, there was a whopping $20.8 billion in lost or unclaimed super in Australia. So make sure you check for any lost super and consolidate them into one account. The easiest way to do so is to go onto your MyGov account and click on the Manage My Super link. Follow the instructions there and then hopefully you'll find some lost super. Some of the benefits of consolidating your super include saving money because you only have to pay one set of fees, saving time because you have less paperwork and admin to do, and you can also track your super balance more easily so then you have a better understanding of your financial situation. Generally speaking, you can withdraw your super when you reach your preservation age and you retire.
Wait, what's a preservation age?
The preservation age is the age at which you can withdraw your super. For anyone born after the 1st of July 1964, that would be 60 years. You can also withdraw your super when you reach 65 years old, even if you don't retire. There are special instances where you can withdraw your super early. For example, during the 2020 pandemic, the government allowed people to withdraw $10,000 from their super if they were financially affected. I'm going to be ending this beginner's guide to superannuation with a couple of tips. The first one is choose an account with lower fees. Number 2 is to compare your fund's performance with others, but as always, past performance is no guarantee of future results. Number 3, consolidate your super if you have multiple accounts. And lastly, be wary of anyone offering to withdraw your super early. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something useful about superannuation. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe for more videos about personal finance, investing, and saving money. As always, an important disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice. This video and my channel is for general information only. As with anything in life, you should do your own due diligence and seek independent advice.